It's looping. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the Overtime Podcast. My name is Vince Delicio from the Varsity Sports Show, and a good friend of mine, Coach Lucas Ramirez from Saguaro SaberCats, the basketball program. It's been quite a while, Coach. It's good to see you. How you been?
Good. It was. I was a little sad without you over the holidays, but it's good to
You were
be back,
lonely,
man.
weren't you? Yeah.
I was.
How's the basketball team doing?
Good. We're 12-5, so pretty nice start for us. We got a nice matchup tomorrow night against Arcadia, so a little district and region rival. And they're a pretty good ball club. We're a pretty good ball club, so we'll see who shows up tomorrow night. But it should be a fun little stretch for us here with region play. And the first set of rankings came out, so we're fortunate to be one of the top 4A teams in the state, and probably a chance to sniff at some open division playoffs as well. So we'll see how it shakes out here these final few weeks.
I can't wait, and we're going to be out there broadcasting that game as well. Tip-off 7 p.m., so our team will be out there, and looking forward to it. It's great to get back out, and it'll be great to see you and even get a little of the Coach Ramirez mic that we can get going during your timeouts, and so looking forward to that as well. So joining us on tonight's podcast, we have a special guest. He's a veteran of over 40 years of college football coaching, and he's got a new project he's been involved with the last couple of years. You may know him. His name is Tim Kish. Coach Kish, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. I'm excited to be with you and Lucas. And this is a special time of the year for us getting ready for the showcase. So,
Coach, before we talk about the showcase, because we obviously are going to speak about that special event that you're a big part of here in Arizona, but wanted to talk a little bit about your career. First of all, 42 years coaching? 43 years, and who's keeping track?
Yeah, right, at that point. Yeah.
Coach, you've been literally all over the country, and so to kind of kick off the questions, how did you manage to do it that long?
Well, you know what, when you have a passion to do something, and my father was a high school and college basketball coach, and so it ran in the family. I admired what he did, and I went to a lot of practices along the way. And, I know how much my dad's players loved him and respected him. So I actually thought I was going to end up being a basketball coach, and it just so happened that I got my opportunity in football first. So lo and behold, it stuck. And I'm grateful that it did, because I'm blessed and humbled by all the experiences. And the good news for me was I had a long tenures at a lot of schools, so I wasn't just up and moving all the time. But a lot of great experiences, a lot of good times, and grateful to have that as part of my life.
That's awesome, Coach.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just going to ask right off the bat. Throughout your entire time, obviously many different programs all around the country. Was there any pocket of time that you would say was the most memorable for you?
Yeah, I say this all the time. I get asked this question, and I know people probably do a second take when I say this, but my favorite place to coach was at West Point. I coached the Army football team there for 8 years, and the Army-Navy game is second to none. It's not just a national pastime; it's a world pastime. I mean, it encompasses the world. We used to have generals come back and talk to the team from Europe and all over the world. They'd come back and be a part of that week. But I honestly, I was blessed. I had great kids everywhere I coached. I stay in touch with probably close to 100 of them. Not every day, but periodically. And I was basically at 7 different schools in those 40 some years. So just blessed and humbled by it all, to be honest with you, Coach.
Amazing. Coach, and you mentioned West Point as being your favorite place. What would you say was the most challenging place that you've coached at?
Probably was the Northwestern, because they hadn't won there in 20 years when we went there. Gary Barnett assembled a great staff. We still see each other. In fact, we just went back for a Rose Bowl reunion this fall. But they'd been on the losing track for a long, long time. And we were able to get about a handful of really good players to come to Northwestern when Northwestern wasn't a popular place to come. And, 4 years into the program, we won 2 Big Ten championships back to back, and went to the Rose Bowl. And it was something that just hadn't been done in college football in a long, long time. It doesn't necessarily parallel what Indiana's doing right now, but it's similar.
Coach, you had mentioned Indiana. You spent some time in Indiana, and obviously with what's going on there this year, playing for a national championship. Is this anything that you could have foreseen? Was the foundation there? What was it like when you were there?
I'll tell you who our biggest booster was when I was there. It was John Cougar Mellencamp, and he'd be roaming the sidelines during practice and smoking a butt and just hooting and hollering. And no, I didn't envision that. I worked for Jerry DiNardo, who I absolutely love. Jerry DiNardo is a fabulous football coach, and he had some friction with the administration, and it just wasn't working so well for us at the time. But with the NIL, with the transfer portal, and here's my take on what's happened in Indiana. They hired a very good football coach. The biggest positive to that whole situation is the fact that his staff has been together for almost 10 years. They've traveled with him everywhere he's gone. So his system is in place, and they understand the system, and they don't waver from the system, and they have players that fit the system. So I noticed something that you guys probably, I don't know if you picked up on this or not, but they had a listing of all the 4 and 5 stars for the Final Four teams. And Oregon had 60 and Miami had 50 and who am I missing? Miami and I'm missing somebody, but they had 52. Anyhow, Indiana had 7 4 and 5 star players.
Wow.
So they're not looking for the stars, they're looking for the fit. And they've done a great job. And then Mark Cuban came through and decided it was time that they were going to put some money in that kitty. And he's the one that's really put the thing over the top for them with the NIL. So I all kudos to them, because what it proves to you is if you can find a good coach and who has a good system, but I'm going to tell you that continuity of the staff is huge.
Yeah.
And that's a big time positive thing for them. And then having somebody that can finance some stuff for you helps too. So I'm really excited for them. I think they're a team of destiny. I think Miami playing in Miami is going to be a tough game, but I think Indiana's a team of destiny.
That's awesome. Coach, looking at your resume, you were able to have the opportunity to be the interim head coach at Arizona. What was that experience like? What did you find surprising being thrown into that driver's seat? And what do you remember most about kind of that time?
I just remember, making sure that we were staying as positive as we could with our players. And, it was really a tough time for everybody. I mean, we all knew as a staff we were, going to be looking for a job at the end of the year, but we had 6 weeks to do something with it. And, I tried to find something exciting to kind of get the blood flowing a little bit. And Jeff Hammersmith was on our staff, and we brought back the Desert Swarm defense, and we played UCLA on national TV. Our very first game when I took it over, and all I could feel bad, all I could think of was, hey, we got to play hard for Coach Stoops, because it was his program and we were part of it, and the kids felt that too, and it was a great experience for me. The coaching staff rallied around us and rallied around me and the players, and we really had a great 6 weeks, and so. As best we could, we left on a positive note, and we handed the program over to another guy, but that's okay. And that's just that's just the nature of the beast, They say if you're not let go somewhere along the line, you're really not a good coach. So we all have to face adversity somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
Guys, we are joined by veteran coach Tim Kish, and now the executive director of the National Football Foundation Southern Arizona chapter. When we come back from the break in just 60 seconds, we're going to talk about a little project that Coach Kish has been building up the last few years that is something that you are definitely going to be interested in hearing more about. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Overtime. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Overtime Podcast. Lucas and I are joined by veteran college football coach Tim Kish. And Coach Kish, you see a logo here in the middle of the screen, the National Football Foundation Southern Arizona chapter. He is the executive director, and he's here to talk about a special event called the Senior Showcase, which has been drawing a lot of interest the last couple of years. Coach, tell us about this year's event.
Well, thanks, Vince. This is really a pride and joy of our chapter. We put a lot of effort into this. There's 4 showcases around the country. One's been in existence for over 15 years, and that started in Houston, Texas. There's one in Miami that's, by the way, the Houston Texans run that one. The Orange Bowl runs the Miami showcase. And Bank of America and Pat Donahue, Terry Donahue's brother, runs the LA showcase. So we're the only non-sponsored. We're self-driven to do this, but it's an opportunity for under-recruited senior football players all over the state of Arizona to come to a combine-style event, an NFL combine-style event, if you wanted to look at it that way. And it's a one-day affair. We'll have 20 colleges right now we have 20 colleges from 11 different states coming to this. They're Division III and NAIA colleges. Once in a while, we'll get a Division II school here as well, but most of the Division II schools are finished by the time we have the showcase at Ottawa University in Surprise. So it's on Saturday, February 14th. It's free to everybody. Free does not mean lesser. Free means better. In my opinion, it's the best opportunity out there in the state, best event in the state for a young man to come in and show his wares in front of 50 college coaches and then get an opportunity to continue playing college football and get a college education. So we're very proud. This is our 4th year of doing this, and we have a great turnout for it every year. And so we're really excited. And I know you've been coming the last couple of years, so we're appreciative of that too, Vince. So we appreciate the Varsity Sports Show being there and supporting that event.
Outside of you elevating Vince's career, what would you say in the last 3 years? Is there a story that sticks out, or a certain student athlete?
There is. There's several. I can share one with you right now. So the very first year we had our showcase, every year we have all kinds of position players. So kickers, punters, we have deep snappers. If you're a football player, you come out and people are looking for specific, positions. So it's interesting. Each year it seems to vary a little bit. But anyhow, our first year, we had about 5 kickers there. And this one kid, Alex Zendejas and his dad run our kicking portion of the showcase. And they do a great job all over Phoenix, as you guys probably already know. But anyhow, he had this one kicker that everybody kind of dropped out around the 35-yard line kicking field goals that day. And this kid went all the way back to the 50 and was making them. And Grandview University, an NAIA school in Iowa, they picked up on him having this phenomenal day kicking the football, and they took him. Well, here's where the irony of the story comes in. So they played in the national championship, and they won 2 years ago. They won the NAIA national championship. This year, this young man that left our showcase, who would have never gone to college and ended up at Grandview, kicked 3 field goals and then helped them win the national championship this year. So those are the stories that I love to tell.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have the beauty of this thing is we may not be the biggest numbers wise showcase in the country, but there's not a lot of places for kids to go to college here. Ottawa does a great job recruiting. Arizona Christian, okay, but that's it. Other than the D1 schools. So all these colleges recognize that there's a lot of talent in the state that doesn't get picked up, and so we're really excited that we have this opportunity for these kids. And it's maybe it's last look showcase if you want to look at it that way, but it's a great opportunity. 1 out of every 3 kids that have come to our showcase in the 3 years we've had it have ended up on a college roster.
Well, Coach, it's interesting you say that, and not being a big event in terms of numbers, but you get a lot of coaches out there that come out and volunteer. There's a lot of personal instruction. There's a lot of eyes, and there are a good number of tables set up just outside of the stadium of these colleges that are kind of kicking the tires on these kids, and many of which kids are walking away with some type of financial package. So how many would you expect in terms of kids to sign up for this year's event?
Well, we usually end up getting over 100 registered. It varies where it goes from there, but that's usually about the number that we end up with actually coming to the event on Saturday. I understand things happen, and not everybody that registers is going to come, and there's a number of kids that end up committing before they come that were in the registration link, but that's okay. All we're trying to do is help them find a home, and we have some. We have over 300 years of coaching experience by position at this showcase. We got NFL players. We've got college coaches with 40 and 50 years worth of experience. We have 2 coordinators that have 100 years of experience in college coaching.
Wow.
So they're getting a lot of good knowledge out there while they're participating. The combine style event, what it means is that we test them in the 40-yard dash, the 5-10-5, and the L drill, which is a cone drill, and then we time them. and then they do their position work, they do some group work, and we finish up with one-on-ones at the end of the day, and then we have the college fair. So it's a very intimate setting. It's we love the way it works itself out during the course of the day, and the coaches are out there. They're standing right next to the kids, and they're observing them, and everybody has a number, and they know who they're looking at because Lisa Mandel, our executive assistant for communications, she puts a book together for all the coaches. So we feel like it's very well organized, and it's to the point. And our heart starts beating when we see the kids going around to the tables talking to the coaches, knowing they're setting up home visits and school visits and financial packages and the like. So we're grateful for having that opportunity.
Awesome. Coach Tim Kish, Executive Director of the National Football Foundation Southern Arizona Chapter. Big event coming up Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Spend it with us at OUAZ in Surprise, Ottawa University, Arizona. You can sign up right here at I'm trying to point at it, but the QR code right here to our left, and it'll take you right to it. It's free. Bring some shoes for the turf and prepare to potentially walk out of there with some type of a financial package from one of the participating colleges and universities that we'll be evaluating. Not a guarantee, but definitely increases your odds. If you're a senior in high school, come on out. We'll be broadcasting live from 10 to 11. Coach, what time should people show up?
Well, we're going to start registration right around 9:15 or 9:30. So
okay,
we'll have people there at 8:00. I know how it works. So
there you go.
That's a good thing. That shows interest. So we'll get started right at 10. I think right around 10. So it'll be perfect timing for you guys being there, and we'll be excited to have you.
Awesome. And once again, guys, sign up, QR code right up here, as well as going to the website, nffsoaz.org. And looking forward to seeing you all out there. On behalf of the Overtime Podcast and on behalf of our special guest, veteran college football coach and executive director of the National Football Foundation Southern Arizona Chapter, Tim Kish, Coach Lucas Ramirez, my old buddy who keeps me grounded and doesn't let my head swell up. Thank you so much for that and keeping me humble there, Coach Ramirez. We'll see you Saturday morning on the Varsity Sports Show. Have a good night, everyone.